Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here plenty of times in the past. This is one of the best venues in all of college football. And this guy right now is heating up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
Open runway ahead. The tag. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off-play action on first down. Unloads it left. And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle. It's Gomez. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And how about the dinosaur, the fullback, getting involved in this game in the passing attack? This is a guy that has really, really good hands, and this offense knows. In these types of situations, if they can just find a way to get him involved, he can go score.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. On the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll keep it himself. And stampeding through the defense. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just running amok for the Hokies both through the air and on the ground.
He's just doing some serious damage. And whether it's running, whether it's throwing, this guy has been on point, making you think of some great names like Mike Vick back in the day that just electrified Virginia Tech fans.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Dumps it off in the flats. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And the defense came into this game knowing they were going to have to stop this guy getting handoffs, but also catching the ball. Nice job rallying to him out in the flat, making a nice tackle.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. What a snag by the defense.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB, securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Hands it off. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Give to the running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 28, Alabama 0.
1st down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes his connection. Open space at the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over UTEP. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He fires one deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
At the 35, he's open. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Hokie! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got it in the middle. It's McClure.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll need about 6 here on 2nd down from the 20. The play-action fake. He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Nothing but green ahead. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air?
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the ground with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Brings up second down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback is snowed under. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Virginia Tech 49, Alabama 7.
And the Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Hit as he throws. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
At the 45 on his way. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in 3rd and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now sitting up 4th down.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Hokies will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be dragged down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Makes the catch. It's Brooks. Snowed under by the defense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch at the 30. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Virginia Tech 52, Alabama 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Fast motion from the offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Turns it on in midfield. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On third down, going up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to UTEP. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Loss of 3. Second down coming up.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights.
The kick is good. That makes the score.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smart move to keep it on the ground. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Yeah, and this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
At midfield, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Jackrabbit.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Calls his own number. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 play. Brings up
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Well, look what we have here, guys.